You know, it's not a crime for a murder suspect to refuse to take the stand in their own defense, even when their lawyers indicate that they will. It's just kind of annoying, actually, especially in the trial now winding down in Florida of a wealthy South Beach matriarch named Donna Adelson. As you may know from watching this program, Adelson's accused of orchestrating the murder of her former son-in-law in Tallahassee more than a decade ago, 2014. 4 other people are already serving time for that hit. Donna Adelson's son, Charlie, Charlie's girlfriend at the time, and the 2, well, hitmen that the girlfriend recruited. The state says that Donna was the mastermind of it all. And today was day 8 in her trial. Prosecution had rested, and the defense was speeding towards the finish line when a big decision couldn't be put off any longer. Would Donna take the stand or not? And you should see the back and forth that happened. Take a peek.
At this point, I do need a decision. Mrs. Adelson, please rise. You've been placed under oath earlier this afternoon. Mrs. Adelson, I will advise you concerning your rights. You understand that you have the right to remain silent, and the jury will be instructed that your silence cannot be held against you in determining the merits of this case. Do you understand this?
I do understand.
Do you also understand that you have the right to testify as a witness in your case in chief on your own behalf?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand that.
Have you made a decision concerning this matter?
I haven't. I'm not prepared to make that decision. This decision affects the rest of my life.
Mrs. Adelson, you're in the same position as every other criminal defendant who faces trial. Ultimately, you must decide whether you will testify or whether you will not. What is your decision concerning these 2 rights?
This time, I don't want to testify.
And with that, the defense rested. My next guest was there covering the trial for his podcast, Surviving the Survivor. Joel Waldman is the author as well of the book with the same title. It's available everywhere. Joel, welcome back to the program. Okay, I'm not exactly sure I've ever seen I just don't think I've ever seen that before. I just don't know. Like, you've had the whole trial. You knew today was coming. You got lawyers on either side of you. What was it like in court?
It was wild. I mean, if it's ever going to happen with anybody, if you know this defendant, Donna Adelson, it was going to happen with her. And it was like watching a toddler, like my 6-year-old son, trying to decide between a grape lollipop or a cherry lollipop. And, you know, they just can't make the choice. And she had all this time. And even at the beginning, I've been here since jury selection, but during opening statements, I mean, her own defense team essentially told jurors, you're going to hear from our client. You're going to hear from our defendant. And suddenly in the 11th hour, she says, I'm not going to do this. However, Ashleigh, this goes against my journalistic instincts, but I've got multiple sources close to both the defense and the prosecution saying late tonight that Donna Adelson has had a change of heart, and now she may plan to testify tomorrow. And I think the judge will allow it. It's going to be interesting to see if it actually happens now.
Go back to that part about you think the judge will allow it. The defense can rest its case and then reopen its case as long as closings haven't happened? Is that kind of the math here?
Yeah, you know, so my show, we have experts and lawyers in true crime. And so I've talked to, I'm not an attorney myself, but lawyers are telling me that essentially because of appellate issues that, and considering this judge who is fantastic, Judge Stephen Everett, that if they come into court tomorrow, Josh Selman, her defense attorney, and Jackie Fulford, who is an interesting character in her own right, and they say to Judge Everett, our client has had a change of heart. He essentially has his hands tied because he doesn't want them to come back on an appeal and say the judge didn't allow it to happen. So they likely will let it go forward. It'll be really interesting. Georgia Kappelman, who's the lead prosecutor here, she will annihilate Donna on cross. She's already done it to all the defense witnesses. She's one of the best in the country, prosecutor of the year in Florida. So Donna is towing a very dangerous line tonight.
Well, things haven't been going very well, to be honest. If you follow the evidence in this trial, let me list out a little bit. It's pretty damning stuff. So her own kids testified against her. The prison phone recordings were played in court with her son, Charlie, and it didn't go her way. Her own notes in her planner really inured to the prosecutors. The FBI sting recordings were played for the jury as well. The money trail to the killers looked like it went right to the top to Grandma, Grandma Adelson, the internet calls her Grandma Gotti. And that airport arrest of her with a one-way ticket, you know, to Vietnam that doesn't have an extradition treaty with the U.S. Is there anything, Joel, that she could have done on the stand to help her case?
Honestly, I think it's a lose-lose for her. The Adelsons famously just can't keep their mouths quiet. I mean, her son Charlie's convicted, and he's not here in Florida, by the way, because his defense was that the Latin Kings gangs extorted him, and he was able to pay on a layaway plan, which is also something that's absolutely absurd. So he had to be moved to South Dakota, and anything Donna says is ultimately going to implicate her. And by the way, they also have her son in town, so the government can call him to rebut anything she says. It's very dicey. I'm sure her attorneys are trying to talk her out of it, but Donna thinks she's the smartest one in the room, and I won't be surprised if she, in fact, has a change of heart and takes a stand to testify tomorrow in her own defense.
Wow, well, you'll have to come back and talk about that. Charlie Adelson, though, may have gotten just a nice big field trip from that prison up north. You know, it's boring every day. You get to get on a plane or in a van. I mean, that's fun. Even if you don't testify, it's just the taxpayers pay for it. Okay, the friend on the witness stand, Donna Adelson's friend, explaining away the one-way ticket to a country without an extradition treaty, Vietnam. Let's play that because this is rich. Take a look.
The ironic thing was that the round trip was a fraction more than one way, and I suggested, since you don't know when you're coming back until sometime in January, you know, book a one-way. And I remember commenting to Harvey, I said, I'd be willing to bet it's cheaper to fly from Vietnam to the United States than it is from the United States to Vietnam.
I mean, it could be true. I mean, it yielded these pictures. They got her right there, ticket in hand with her husband. Quick question, I got like 20 seconds left. The daughter, Wendy Adelson, it was her ex-husband that was the victim of the hit. He died. Is Wendy going to get charged in this?
Well, in this case, the prosecutor was dropping her name a lot. There's a lot of new evidence that kind of dripped and drabbed out of this trial. So the consensus is, yeah, they're going to go after her. She has moved to Austin. Some people say she's in Colorado. There's no doubt the FBI is keeping an eye on her. And the betting odds are she will be indicted. And if I'm Wendy, I am nervous tonight.
Wow. Joel Waldman, like I said, you have to come back. You've left a cliffhanger. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.